Okay, everybody, please remain standing if you have written Ruby code. Everyone who has never written a single line of Ruby, please sit down.
I'm going to talk about Node. So briefly, so Node is a server-side JS platform. It's built on Google's V8. It does I/O in a very special way, which I will describe in great detail. It uses the common JS module system.
The OS utilities built.
I had this idea in my head that given how much time we had available for our project, I could actually build a whole new language, design and implement it from scratch.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Java 1 2014. This is the 19th Java 1, and I believe the longest running developer conference.
This is the best Java 1 year ever. We have awesome content lined up and huge things coming.
This is the first major release of Java, which has gone from sort of inception to delivery completely under Oracle stewardship.
Today we're announcing with 8.1, which
is the React team. And today appropriately I'm here to talk about React. The first thing I want to go over is where React actually came from. I feel like every week I hear a new podcast or a new interview with somebody talking about how React was actually started. So there's dozens of stories floating around. I figured I'd give my perspective, my view of where React actually came from. And this is feels like a good way to open up the first ever React.js conf, right?
It's compatible with nearly all the modules on NPM, but more than that, IO.js is an open governance, open source project. It was started by the primary contributors in Node.js, like Trev Norris and Michael and all these great people. And it attracted more developers in the first few months than Node had in its entire history.
What it actually meant was that we needed to figure out how to scale Node again across people, educate a whole lot of people in JavaScript and Node best practices. And that meant transforming C++ and Java developers into JavaScript developers and Node developers.
Public viewable domain for that. So what is it? Well, I'm going to talk about all these pieces, but it is new, experimental, concurrent, garbage collected systems language. Experimental because we don't believe this is the answer to everything, but we're playing and we think it's gotten to the point where it's time we should probably tell the world about it. It's concurrent because it's really important in the modern world. It's garbage collected.
Honor one of my personal heroes. Almost 30 years ago, Guido van Rossum created a new programming language that was revolutionary in its simplicity and design. It was as easy to read as plain English, yet powerful enough to handle just about anything you could throw at it and underpin some of the world's most complex IT systems. He called it Python as a tribute to the comedic genius of...
I started in Python before most of the libraries that we're going to talk about existed. So Pandas didn't exist, scikit-learn didn't exist. And so Wes McKinney, the Pandas creator, and I got together in the early days and decided, if Python was going to be a successful language for doing statistical modeling and data science, that the statistics package and the data structures packages really had to...
My name is David Mertz, and I've been a member of the Python community for quite a very long time. I've wrote articles in the past that were read by actually millions of people, sort of in the 2000s, and then I had a chance to serve on the Python Software Foundation Board of Directors and taught Python and spoke at a variety of conferences.
So after college, I joined a research lab in the Netherlands called CWI. And my first project there that I worked on for 3.5.
So PyTorch started about 6 years ago with a very small but focused mission around powering researchers. But slowly and steadily, the impact and the scope of PyTorch has grown, where today it is one of the leading AI frameworks. And the use cases really are super diverse, everywhere from self-driving cars to genetic research, all the way to human space exploration.
Kubernetes is not your usual Go project. We kind of do things our own way, not always for really great reasons, but for a lot of history. So let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, we had a mono repo and everybody was happy, the end. except for that one guy who wanted to import Kates.io Kubernetes. Sorry, you're going to have
Today, I'm going to tell you about the state of Go. And the short of it is, the state of Go is strong. But before I tell you why, I want to recount how we got here. Now, I wasn't there, but the story is that during a 45-minute C++ build sometime in 2007, Rob Pike and Rob Griesemer scribbled together a vision of what would ultimately be
together in powerful ways. First, generative AI is moving beyond the hype. This year, Python outranked JavaScript as the most widely used language on GitHub across all work. We're also seeing strong interest in frameworks that enable developers to build with AI and smaller language models too. Second,
when we started the project, I was like, yeah, well, let's see, you know, we're Microsoft, maybe we'll get like 25% of the community to take an interest, or that would have been success. But to get to this point, I'm floored, you know, and our entire team is floored and super grateful, obviously, you know, that our work is that relevant to that many people. There's nothing more satisfying than working on something that you know is making a difference. TypeScript from day one was self-hosted, right, and written in itself, and that meant that TypeScript, the compiler, the toolset, everything runs simply as a JavaScript app. Precisely because of this massive adoption and like the ever-growing size of projects that our users build, you know, scalability has just become the norm.